truth about everything I did and got a 5K on a 33-month sentence that got cut to 18, or pulling up on Lil Larry and telling Lil Larry, sometimes you gotta kill a nigga you love because Blade wouldn't sign a contract that you gave him, nigga, and you told that nigga, boy, you told that nigga, sometimes you gotta kill a nigga you love, nigga, and the nigga killed Blade, and then you got on TV, nigga, and offered a $50,000 reward for the rest of the nigga Blade, nigga, after you told them to do it.
In a recently published video on public figure Boogie TV, Street Lord Jesse James implied that his group and former running mate Street Lord Juan set Blade up some 20 years ago over a record deal that he refused to sign. From what I can tell, all this stems from Street Lord Juan insinuating that Jesse James may be a rat and the posting of some sort of paperwork involving Jesse James online. This will start a war of words that are going to be hard for each to take back, but Street Lord Jesse James would do just that, taking to Instagram and offering a public apology for the allegations he'd hurled at Juan.
I'm finna call Lil Blade, tell Lil Blade that shit wasn't true. The fake allegations, I was mad. That shit about that Lil Larry shit, fuck Lil Larry. I never try to expose Juan for that whole nigga that did that to Blade. That shit was a rumor back then. I was mad, so I said that shit. That nigga Juan ain't had shit to do with Blade. Like I said, I did an apology on my story, but I'm on here for real to say that so Little Blade won't feel no type of way about Juan. I apologize to Juan, calling that nigga bitches and hoes. That's my nigga. You think I'ma fuck with a nigga for 20 years after Blade died if I thought that nigga had something to do with some shit like that and I rolled for Blade? So I'm gonna clear that shit up. That nigga ain't backdoor Blade. And I asked every nigga that I saw to take that shit down that's keep trying to push that shit between me and Juan. I took all that shit down, and who I did the interview with, I asked that nigga to please take that shit down. That shit sound like some whole shit, and it sound like it's incriminating. So, like I said, I'm about to call Lil Blade and tell him the real. And I did an apology on my story, but I'm doing it like a real nigga for my nigga, cause that was some bullshit. I did that shit out of feelings. I ain't no internet nigga. I got caught up in that internet shit. If I had issue with a nigga, I slide. I ain't had no issue with that nigga. So I got caught up in some internet shit out of feelings. Juan ain't do that shit to Blade. You know? And like I said, I apologize. And y'all quit pushing that shit and making y'all little stories and videos and shit, trying to keep that shit going for some views for y'all shit. And I did tell the nigga who I did the interview with, not tell, I asked, because I ain't just try to tell no nigga nothing. I said, dawg, please take that shit down.
Street Lord Jesse James would also clear the air about the rumor that Juan had backdoored Blade Icewood and asked that every blogger that ran with that scenario do the same.
And when I first made that video, something I'm about to go on the podcast run and pop my shit and set shit on fire and say who backdoored Blade and Wipeout, I wasn't talking about Juan. Nigga, everybody know, nigga, it was a nigga at the car wash that worked there, nigga, that was playing both sides and called and said Blade was up there, nigga. Like I said, that's where the backdoor shit came from. But once my all that rat shit and all that shit was posted on my page or whatever, all that shit, I got caught up in my feelings, and so I said some shit out of anger, just trying to get back on some internet shit, which was some whole shit, cause I ain't no internet nigga. So y'all, man, spread that rumor, the real rumor, just like y'all spread the false rumor to clear that nigga Juan name up. He ain't backdoor Blade, cause that make us look bad if y'all think the whole Street Lords love Juan to fuck with blind Juan if we thought he did that. Come on, make it make sense, man. You think for 20 years we sat around Street Lords and fuck with each other, but we secretly saying somebody backdoor Blade in a circle. No, the backdoor shit was the car wash shit. I ran with that shit when I got mad because we was going back and forth. And I just tried to, I don't even want to speak on that shit no more. That was some internet hoe shit. Juan didn't do that to Blade. Y'all clear that shit up just like I'm clearing that shit up.
All right, peace. You already know where you at and who you rocking with, right? All right, so let's get to that then. Check it out, man. First and foremost, the Street Lords are one of the most iconic groups to ever do it in Detroit. Blade was like a super fly dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody do the Blade dance to this day. If you seen the game on Monday night, I think Monday Night Football or something like that earlier this season, Dog Montgomery hit the Blade dance in the end zone. He iconic like that where I'm from. The Cardis, the Air Ones, you know what I'm saying? The big bank rolls, the sandwiches, all that. You feel me? Blade is like the father of the fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from. Now, somehow, Street Lord Jesse James and Street Lord Juan then bumped heads. Now, Street Lord Jesse James never called it a beef, but a lot of other bloggers are. So I felt like I needed to tackle this subject because I'm from where they from. I walk where they walk. You feel me? I don't know where these other dudes are from. Not taking nothing from them. They got their opinions. You feel me? But I'm going to say what I need to say about it. Dig this here, dog. Jesse James evidently got a 5K1. Now, for y'all that don't know what that is, let me find my phone because I had it pulled up. A 5K1 is a motion. What it is, a 5K1 motion is a written motion the United States Attorney's Office files with the federal court judge requesting a sentence below the applicable sentencing guidelines because a defendant provided substantial assistance in the prosecution of other individuals. Now that don't sound good, right? But he spoke on how he got it. He said that his man's, I take it to be Brick, I believe it was Brick, that hit somebody for 1,000 pounds out of town, or 10,000 pounds out of town, or something. And they was about to slam Brick, and he told him if you take it to trial, this and that and the other, they got everything on tape. If you go to trial, they're going to play the tapes in front of everybody. They're going to slam me. They're going to slam you. They was trying to give him the majority of the pounds. And Jesse James took that weight off of him, you feel me? And wound up reducing his sentence and his sentence. His went from 33 months he was facing to 18. And Dog got his sentence reduced as well, or whatnot. Now, everybody taking that 5K and running with it, saying, oh, he told this, he told that. He told to get out and this and that wasn't the case. He told on his role. Like he said, his role in his own indictment. Not nobody else's. He ain't had nothing to say about what nobody else did other than the fact that he had the majority of this and he didn't have that much of that to do with that. You feel me? So all in all, that's an honorable act. Like he said in one of his videos, damn near to Bobby Smurder. Same thing Bobby Smurder did with Rowdy Rebel. It almost mirrored that effect. You know what I'm saying? So evidently Juan ran with that and posted some paperwork online and said something that set Jesse James off, and he went nuts online. We've all been seeing it over the past week. He done set the internet on fire. Him and Dogface got an interview that I want to go over or whatnot. But moreover is the accusations or the rumors that arose about Juan setting Blade up. Now, you know, when that happened to Blade, there was a lot of speculation on the streets. Put it like that. A lot of speculation on the streets. It almost had to be the back door. Is what a lot of people was talking about. You know what I mean? He didn't start the rumor, but he brought it back up. And it's going to be hard to unring that bell. You dig? Saying that he told Lil Larry it hurt when you got to kill somebody you love, and then Lil Larry do it. And then he get up there and offer this. It's going to be hard to unring that bell, even though he's apologized and took it back and said that ain't what it is and this and that and other. And I called everybody and apologized. I said this publicly. Man, Now it's up to us, because this is what I'm going to say about it. Now it's up to us to judge. And it was in the first place, you feel me? Whether or not you believe what Jesse James and Juan is going through, or what Jesse James is saying about Juan, either or vice versa. Because it made sense to me. That's why I said it's going to be hard for you to unring that bell. Listen, he said, he told him it hurt when you got to kill a nigga you love. He do it, then he offer what you call it for, because Blade wouldn't sign a record deal that Juan presented him, right? Yes. One of my favorite songs by Street Lord Juan is So Far Gone. Had I not seen an apology, I would have redirected the narrative to this video to, did Street Lord Juan confess to Backdooring Blade in his 2009 hit, So Far Gone? Why you say that, oh? $1 million in cash. Would you kill for it? Yeah, me too. Sitting at the table bagging all that work. If niggas only knew what I was thinking about, it's like my conscience just switched and the meanings was out. Niggas acting stunned, but they ain't fisting the move. They know Juan go nuts like Bishop and Juice. Catch me next time tomorrow, whipping the coupe. Come on, man. Sitting at the table bagging all that work. You sitting at the table with your mans in them. If niggas only knew what I was thinking about. So you thinking about robbing these niggas or doing these niggas or whatnot and taking everything, right? His conscience just switched and the meanings was out. Niggas acting stunned, but they ain't fisting the move. They know Juan go nuts like Bishop and Juice. What Bishop doing Juice? Took out all his homeboys, right? So he could be the top dog. So when Jesse James said that, I guess Jesse James would be Omar Epps in this thing. He'll be the last one standing fighting Pac, fighting Bishop in the end. So it all made sense to me, and it connected with a lot of other people as I'm watching videos that other bloggers are putting up, saying basically that Juan backdoored him because Jesse James, because of the reemergence of that rumor. A lot of people hadn't heard it. It's before a lot of people's times. That's why it's so shocking, and that's why it's catching fire the way it is. But it ain't nothing nobody ain't never heard. Just like the car wash. Him saying dude at the car wash playing both sides and this and that. That ain't nothing nobody ain't never heard. That's just the narrative that was accepted. How about that? It wasn't acceptable that Juan would do that he could do that. And this and that and the other. But see, here's the thing too. Like I said, these bells that can't be unrung. He destroyed that man's character in my mind for a minute. Man, I was a young nigga. I ain't that much younger than them, but I'm a little younger than them. You know, and listening to them, you know, what they used to talk about, how Juan talk, how Jesse James talk, and this and that and the other, you feel me? They had people out there moving like them that identified with the characters that they was putting on wax, you feel me? Whether it was a character or their real persona. People identified with that. So when he got up and said that Juan was scared to ride for Blade, and KDZ had to drive the car, he had to tell that nigga get, because he kept jumping at the wheel and he didn't know. He told him, I ain't never killed nobody, but I drive. And they killed your man. Like all this, when I'm listening to him say this, man, I'm just getting disgusted with dog. You feel me? Juan, that is. Until the apology. But then, even when I hear the apology, I don't know which way that go. Like, oh man, how I'm supposed to take this shit now? You know what I'm saying? Like what's real and what's fake for real. Now he didn't, as much pride and emotion and strength, if you want to call it, as it took for him to get out and put that rumor back out on the streets. It took the same amount of pride, emotion, pain, and strength to get up there and say I was lying. So it's hard to judge. It's a 50-50 situation as far as I'm concerned. But like I said, dog, wifey was just talking to me, my Wiz. She was just talking to me the other day, and she was talking about in a court of law when a judge say strike that from evidence. The jury will strike that, and this and that and the other. Man, you can't unring that bell. They already heard what he said. What you mean strike that? They can't, it's inadmissible. They can't use it. Well, we already heard it, so it's in the back of my mind anyway. And that's the way that's gonna go. You feel me? Me being a Detroiter, you feel me? I just hope it work out on all levels, because shit, man, this family's involved in that. I'm sure a lot of emotion is flying around, regardless of who said what after that rumor reemerged. You feel me? So I just hope it work out on both ends, because that's a bad look for the city, a bad look for the culture, and a bad look for the icons. You know what I'm saying, man? Every group that started after, I'm going to say this, because the Street Lords wasn't alone. You had Rock Bottom, You feel me? Street Lords, Rock Bottom, Slum Village. You had a lot of notable groups, but the Street Lords kind of set the standard. Them and Rock Bottom, that is, to me, in my opinion. Now, forgive me if I'm leaving somebody out, but after that, you get the Dope Boys, the Team East Side. You know what I'm saying? This and that and the other. Like, they set a standard in the city, and that wave been going to this day. Like I say, Icewood all day. You feel me? So, I don't know. Jump in the comment box and let me know how you feel about it. He cleared it up. He said it was all cap. He said, you know, that rumor was just a rumor, and ain't no way they would have been rocking together for 20 years if he knew that he did something to Blade, because he slid for Blade. And he was one of the only ones that was out there sliding. You know, in his words, that is, for Blade. So, of course, he wouldn't be rocking with nobody that he felt like had something to do with that. Let me know how you feel about it. Peace to the gods and earths. Till we meet again. I'll be back.
There are some guys who never met or spoke to me but hate me, who spend a lot of time trying to sabotage and bait me. And there are other guys who know me to the core, swear they love and respect me, but left me when it was war. Not war with these niggas, but war with the feds. How you love me when the fingers that pointed still got a head? That probably went over your head, but still I'm saying, what the Quran tell us about jealousy? What does the Bible tell us about Judas? What does the Torah scream out to the prudent? Skull and bones for the lust of the foolish. Thank my Creator for the strength and the guidance and mental peace in the midst of the violence. Hoist your voice above the whispers and sirens as I climb out this wicked environment where their gods are a click and a comment. Amen. Ra.